Hello everyone, Mighty Benaya here, and I am starting a new 100 game. Don't know exactly what I'm going to call this one yet, probably the Asia 100 game, but I am joined by Lava Lamp Man, who is Biden 8. I am joined by Orange Pit, C47L9N, who I am henceforth going to refer to as C4. Hopefully we can see some explosive progress for him. And then King Bowler over here. Poor King Bowler. I don't know why. So I was the first person in. I don't know why he chose to be way over here by himself. We talked about spreading out, and then we all ended up just way over here on the coast. And poor King Bowler ended up way over here by himself. So hopefully he can defend himself, and we can get over there post haste. And he'll probably be better for it. But I ended up as the Far Eastern Republic, and I just want to say, if you decide to ever play in Asia, this is not the nation that I would recommend. I am incredibly short on food. Actually, let me show you. I am at negative 131 food, and I've dialed it all to fish because fish is cheaper, relatively speaking. I am not, I have zero iron. So I have 37 lumber that I'm bringing in, and I have a ton of energy, but a lot of that is in gas. So right now I'm producing a lot of coal because I'm using a lot of gas, and that's great for late game, but for early game it's not very helpful. So here is my gas province where I've got the double gas, and then I've got a double lumber province that I am building a fort in just for a little bit of protection. But mostly what I have is energy. The other problem outside of resources is every single one of my provinces, except for the double gas province, is adjacent to another country. So I was really, really lucky that Lava Lamp Man took Russian Yakutia because I don't have to split my focus as much as I would have had to had he taken a different area. So my biggest focus right now is Manchuria, because it is in between myself, C4, and Orange Pit. Orange Pit has moved a lot of troops to take this southern border right here. I said I wanted the capital because it has the double wheat, and I need the food, as I showed you guys earlier. But once we can deal with that, we can address the rest of the provinces on a case-by-case basis. But I can't focus, as you can tell, I've got 35 troops. I can't focus my troops in a way like Korea can because I have to guard all of my border in case he comes after me. And it's a long border, a lot of territory here that I have to cover. So I wouldn't recommend starting as Far Eastern Republic. If you do, it is doable, but you definitely need to work with the people around you. Speaking of working with the people around you, C4 has gotten himself into a bit of a situation. So he sent 22 troops here to take out this AI. I would recommend against attacking AI at the very beginning, especially in 100 and 500 games, because AIs are not a threat until you declare war on them. Players are always a threat because you never know what they're going to do. And we found that out the hard way when Shengxi sent a bunch of troops to attack C4, and he is going to arrive in an hour and hour and a half, hour and 14, and we're going to get additional troops into that province in plenty of time, but it is going to whittle down the forces on both sides. But as he was moving to address this Shangxi invasion, the Republic of China started moving a bunch of troops to his southern border. So now he has to address that. So it looks like he's being double teamed. So always watch your borders. And I almost never take out AI until I feel extremely safe. because things like this will happen. So what will probably end up needing to happen is Korea and I will knock Manchuria out. And once we do, we will probably come help. We'll probably need to come help C4 deal with some of the issues that he is dealing with. After that, I'm not exactly sure where we're going to go. Biden has, Lava Light Man has started moving east towards the Americas. He is taking out little islands, and so I think he will probably want to be a primarily naval force. I think that it's going to be very helpful for us to unite with King Bowler. So my focus is probably going to be on working that direction. But I do want to call something out briefly. Mr. G 2009 and Mr. GG are very similar names, so we may be dealing with an alternate account situation here where it's the same person working with double the resources. If that's the case, we'll need to take that as we go. It may not be the case, it may just be a coincidence, but it's something to notice. And Mr. G, both of them are in between us and King Bowler. So we need to be very, very careful. The good thing for King Bowler is he's got this AI here, so he can leave this province empty. And he doesn't look like he is the target of any of the surrounding players. It does look like Pakistan is moving in on Mr. GG, so that could be good for us if Mr. GG decides to retaliate in some way. So we'll see how that all works out. Other than that, it's the very beginning of the game. It's 4 hours left on day one, so I waited a little bit day one, but not really much has changed. Lots of newspaper posts. We have not formed a coalition at this point. We had 6 of us that were going to join the game, but I was unaware that Alicia was resting because their work schedule was off. His work schedule's off. So I didn't realize that he wasn't going to be able to join. So there's only 5 of us now. We may join a coalition. We may not. But there are several coalitions around us, including, I know that Mr. G 2009 is in one with this Chinese Tibet. So unsure how things are going to work out, but I will let you know as this develops. If you want to continue to see this series, go ahead and subscribe so that you can have notifications. This series I'm doing because on my live stream, you guys said, hey, this is something that we think that we would want to see this. The other thing that was mentioned is the Nerf Surf Turf live stream, Nerf Surf and Turf from my view. I did record that yesterday, and it will be uploading 10 days from when I recorded it. So at about the same time that Spankerton's stream will be published, his in-depth stream will be published, so that we can kind of coordinate there. Or at least that's when it's scheduled, assuming that he decides to release it. So that is recorded, the date is set, and then in the more distant future, my plan is to delay, but also post the tournament, any tournament games that I am in. So I'm excited to bring that content for you. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to see. I am focused on about 3 games, and I don't want to do much more than that at a time. But when one of them ends, I'll pull another one up and see what we can do there. If you have any specific requests, something that you want to see, let me know. I probably won't do another solo run until February, or maybe a little bit later, depending on how well we do in the tournament. But I'm happy to hear your feedback. Soli Deo Gloria. Until next time.